Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the casting panel here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague Season 3. We've had a little last minute addition. Eight Mother says he'll come over and join us for this game with myself and Draskell.
His mic might not be on yet. So
it might not be.
We're going to get to in a second.
We'll sort that. Otherwise, the TriCaster, you'll only be here for the aesthetic reasons, and that doesn't really work in a casting situation.
What?
What?
No, it does work.
How
because
does it
normally
work?
if I'm sitting
we
next
don't
to you...
see him.
Yeah, but see, now it's like hair, bald, hair. Now there's balance. Everything is equal.
I see. Well, anyway, we're into the draft. And so far, what have we got? We've got Na'Vi, they ban out the Magnus first ban. They're going to Bagsy themselves the Quap and the Undying, two obviously heroes that we've seen be very strong at the moment. And BU, they will get the first pick, Beastmaster, and they'll follow it up with a Gyrocopter, hero that we were talking about, pretty good against the Undying pick. I mean, Eight Mother, what are you liking from the draft so far? And what are you not liking?
I really like the Beastmaster Gyro picks. Like, I'm surprised I actually got them both. Like I favor them a lot since they got the Gyro for the Undying and they got the BM as well.
Yeah, I guess, I mean,
in general, the BM is really, really good.
Yeah, the Gyro for the Undying, the BM for the Quap.
Yeah, but I think Na'Vi is going a heal strat here. They take out AA as well. Could see like Dazzle Undying.
Yeah, maybe a Shen. Oh, the Shen is banned.
Yeah.
They are going to go with the Centaur. Okay.
It's good against Gyro, actually. Very good.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to be able to get like a hard engage against the Gyro, and if somebody gets roared, for example, you can like Centaur ulti the rest of your team and the help as well.
Yeah, for sure. And if you get the Aga on the new Centaur, you can just reduce the damage as well coming in, so you don't get that easy pick-off on the roar.
So I mean, with the Centaur now picked up, do you think this kind of lends Na'Vi's strat more likely than not to be an aggressive trial lane involving the Undying and leave the Centaur and the solo safe and the Quap in the middle?
I don't know if you'll see a trial lane with Undying and Centaur on the same team. Those heroes both need levels, in my opinion.
No, as in have the Centaur and the solo safe and then have the Undying as part of an aggressive
Okay, yeah, you could do that, I guess.
You could do that. I think they might want to do like a Mirana face rush strat on Na'Vi.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a Mirana core, actually.
Yeah, Mirana core, you rate this as a position? I mean, it's not a hero that we've seen that much recently.
No.
But you feel there's definitely a place for
I think
Mirana.
it's place for it now.
Yeah.
Maybe not with the Disruptor though, but
no,
overall I think it's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Like, finding kills is worth more now.
Yes.
And Mirana is pretty good at killing stuff. So.
That is true. She's as long as the arrows are on point, she's one of the best for finding the pickoffs across the map.
It's super aggressive from both teams as well.
Yeah?
Oh, the Brood, man.
Oh, okay.
You're fine putting the Centaur against the Brood, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's go Vanguard first.
Matchup for the Centaur. Yeah.
It's okay, it's fine.
Okay. I mean, with the Scarf and the Gyro, is there any kind of possibility that basically Unknown will run that aggressively, do you feel? Or, I mean, what kind of lane matchup are they looking? Will they be content with the Broodmother against the Centaur in the sense that the Broodmother's probably not going to die? I mean, she's not going to dominate the lane like she may in other situations.
She'll still win her lane.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that Centaur shouldn't die either.
No.
Yeah, they're just going to trade farm, basically.
Yeah.
And hopefully Brood is going to, like, take the jungle and stuff like that, but in the end, I don't think it's going to do too much. Like, the Brood has to do so much to have an impact on the game, in my opinion.
And plus, with a Disruptor already, like, you just get dust and it's a free kill on Brood.
And Queen of Pain is actually really good as well, to, like, just burst her down if you find her out, anyway.
A lot of supports have a hard time, like, just picking the Brood off, even with detection. But Disruptor is one of the few heroes that punishes you so hard for bad positioning, so you just die no matter what.
For sure.
Final ban's going to be the Axe, and well, that is one of the heroes that, if they had picked it up in the lane against the Broodmother, would have been a very nice matchup for Na'Vi, of course, with the Axe against.
I think the Axe is a really weird ban because I think they want to carry on the aggro tri lane.
It's like, weird that, when they've already got a Centaur, why ban the Axe?
I think they want to do aggressive with the Undying Disruptor and the pick that comes up. Like, maybe
Who would work with them?
They could go Bristol or like.
Yeah, I was thinking Bristol as well.
What kind of other carries are there?
10 seconds remaining.
Mirana is not super good because they don't really have a setup for her.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, someone that works like nicely with the glimpse potentially.
I think it's actually not so hard to go Mirana if you have Centaur Blink and ulti as well. Like,
yeah, for sure. But I mean, yes, the lane is going to be pretty weak. I feel.
Yeah, it's going to be the Pugna. So I mean, they're going to be able to really pile on aggression if that is a Pugna Undying Disruptor.
They also were kind of lacking D push as well. So like being able to stop Brood pushes and just in general being able to spam out waves. Like Navi's team was pretty, like it was okay, but it wasn't great. Now it's like really good with Pugna D push. And they can also kill towers, which they also didn't have a pusher at all. Like they had a bunch of heroes who can fight, but they couldn't really get tier 1s that easily.
I think the Pugna is just incredibly good against Skyrim as well.
Oh yeah, it destroys
Just drop
him.
the ward and fight. He can't do anything until the ward is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess as
It's-
well with the Growth 5, pretty nice to use on the Gyro.
Even as
the fights.
yeah, it's just a strong hero. Even on BM, for example, if you like summon a Hawk and you have Blink Dagger and you accidentally summon the Hawk in range of the ward, you can't blink to be able to roar. And a lot of Beastmasters will like preemptively Hawk before they go in,
Yes.
just to get vision. So
Yeah.
it's actually very frustrating to play against that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's not going to be a pretty game at all for the Scarif in that sense. And I mean, with the Pugna, are you thinking tri-lane or do you think dual lane's coming out from Na'Vi?
I think it's gonna be.
It could be farming Pugna, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
they
to go
farm
safe
core
lane with the
Pugna.
Pugna.
Yeah,
Or Pugna
then-
mid.
Oh,
Oh, farming Centaur. Okay.
okay.
They could still swap
And then
actually.
comp on dying, duel off.
Yeah. Pretty standard offlane.
We'll see what comes out. The final pick, of course, for the side of Unknown was the Ogre. So, well, obviously already with the Ogre, Scarif, Gyro lane, that is a lot of magical burst damage early on in the laning stage.
Yeah, they also needed another hero who was kind of beefy because like Gyro, Sky, and Brood all don't really tank that well. Like a lot of people say like, oh, pick tank, but really it's just sometimes you actually need a hero who can take a hit, and basically Unknown didn't really have that.
Okay, well, we've got a quick little pause here, so apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen at home. We should be able to get the game underway fairly shortly. And obviously, basically Unknown, they lost a couple of games yesterday. Looking at the draft, do you feel there's a lot of promise for them in this matchup?
I mean, they definitely have a chance.
Yeah.
I like their draft. Like, the Gyro is just a hard counter to the Undying, but I think he'll be hard-focused, like, every single fight. Like, Na'Vi has insane burst damage. Like, Pugna Decrepify with Queen, even Double Edge, Disruptor. If Na'Vi find any picks, it's almost a guaranteed kill with a hero like Disruptor. I think that's going to be the hardest thing for them to play against, because even if you have vision, Disruptor's range is so long that sometimes even if you think you're safe, you're really not. So we'll see. Even with Centaur ulti too, like being able to get that positional advantage against a hero like Beastmaster so quickly, like the time difference is huge.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the first game, basically Unknown versus Na'Vi in this two-game series here at the ASUS ROG Season 3 Dream League. This is, of course, the league play now, where the big boys start to join the matches. And, well, on the side of Na'Vi, what have we got? We've got Seneko. He's going to be on his Disruptor. You're going to have Vorst himself on the core Centaur Warrener, Dendi in the mid lane on his Pugna, and that will leave at the moment around the bottom lane Artstyle on the Undying. And, of course, Glibash at the stand-in, of course, taking the place of Funnick for this match on the Queen of Pain. I'm joined by 8mother and Draskell, and well, Draskell, do you want to give us a little rundown of what we're seeing from the side of basically Unknown this match?
Certainly can. We're going to have Shackle playing the Broodmother here. Towards top room, we're going to have Arise playing his Beastmaster. We're going to have Insolent or Stomanen playing on the Ogre Magi next to him. It's going to be Pure Evil on the Sky, and level 1 fight here at the Rune.
Indeed, yep, Stomanen getting the slow out onto Centaur, the Undying getting a 3-man decay very nicely, with the Rocket Barrage doing a hell of a lot of damage into the Centaur. Heads up to the high ground, but still will go down. Her Vorst. I mean, there's a number that I think the chat will bring up here, but he does give away First Blood, and Pure Evil's going to take that, and I guess just underestimating the amount of damage that BU had at the
Yeah,
at the
Gyro
First Blood.
level 1 is terrifying. You can't, like...
Yeah.
They even had vision. I don't even know why
the
he went on
ward. I
that.
saw the ward. I was like, oh, they're gonna know this for sure. This is gonna go bottom rune.
Yeah, that was really bizarre.
Did he even get the bottom rune?
Did they? Who got the bottom room? Was that Na'Vi as well?
No, they
it
got both bounties.
Arise.
Basically, yeah.
That's weird.
That's a way to start the game if you're basically Unknown. They'll be very, very chuffed with that indeed. Both mid laners having a bit of a wraparound going on here. We see on the side of basically Unknown, Ogre Magi looking for some action on Dendi. And over in the Radiant jungle as well, Disruptor hanging about looking for that courier snipe. The courier at the moment, it's already got the bottle out to Arise. So this Disruptor is going to have to hang around for quite a bit if he wants to wait for the snipe.
Yeah, I mean, getting the snipe is still huge, though.
Yeah.
Like, against a hero with heavy spam, you just kind of have to farm under your tower a lot. It's annoying. You can get free tier 1 damage if you're Pugna. And that's kind of what you want to do. Like, Pugna can kill the tower very early on.
Yeah, I think this is very interesting laning from both teams.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the Undying, obviously having the potential to have a very strong or a very weak game. He's up against a tri-lane, but is this the kind of tri-lane an Undying will be happy going against?
I mean,
Not really. I mean, Gyro with Ogre, it's kind of the same situation that we saw yesterday when Undying was playing against the Ogre Visage support. It's not really ideal for him. I don't think he'll accomplish much.
yeah, I think it's just weird that they actually like got the caught out of the top rune. The lanes are like they are the same lanes they would be seeing otherwise. Like if you swapped it around, it's gonna be the same thing. But then they would have the defensive tri lane and like be able to pull and stuff, which is kind of weird.
Down on this bottom lane, the Broodmother up against the Centaur. I mean, Centaur obviously had a little bit of backup as Disrupt as he headed into lane, but still, Centaur having a fantastic time down there. 10
Oh,
CS at the moment.
miscommunication here maybe? Arise going for the top rune while the Ogre goes to try to gank Dendi. Did Arise not have mana? I don't know, that was really weird.
It was, yeah,
Because he
no,
had
he
Boar
didn't have
mana.
anything.
boar
He
was
only had
empty.
Boar.
Boar would have killed there, I think, because he got him to like 200 health on his own. Maybe with Decrepify. he would've
Yeah, I
gotten
think you need access. Oh, that's right.
Oh, Dendi indeed.
He only has
very
kinetic
low.
field.
level
Yeah.
1 still.
Maybe if a Glimpse was up and if we had level 2 on the
Yeah.
Disruptor, that could have been a kill. 2.5 minutes, 1-0. Looking at the CS so far in terms of lanes, Centaur, as we said earlier, very much having a great time against the Broodmother, 15 against the 6. Mid lane, very even. Both the Pugner and the Beastmaster
Maybe-
getting farm here.
Thinking about the lanes that basically Unknown did, maybe it's solely because of being able to pressure mid. Like Pugna is a really easy gank for like an Ogre BM.
Yeah.
You just get like 1 stun, 1 slow, and he's dead.
Top lane, Artstyle getting fairly low here. There is a Quap here in the sidelines, throwing the clicks through the Rocket Barrage, chasing Artstyle down. They will be able to bring down the Undying. And Glibash, he's going to trade hits here with the Gyro, but has got the blink, so he'll be able to get himself out. But again, that's the Undying going down in the top lane. So 2-0, favouring the side of basically Unknown. And I mean, lane-wise in terms of kills, it's working out, but still the farm is slightly favouring the side of the Dire.
Yeah, the Brood's not doing too well bottom actually. Like
Yeah.
it's almost half the CS of the Centaur. I mean, yeah, Brood's base damage isn't great, but maybe it's just because he got pulled sentries, but he's dewarding them now, so he might have a bit easier of a time.
Yeah, exactly. I just think it's weird that Disruptor is not pulling top. How are the Raiden Trailing gonna like contest the pull with the Undying standing in the way?
Yeah, I
it's
don't know though.
strange.
I think it's the gyro actually that like makes him not want to do it.
I guess, but if he just runs in, they can just focus him down with the free heals they have.
Yeah,
But
well,
instead he's just running around doing nothing with level 2 now.
yeah. It's true.
He just feels really awkward now, I think. He's like, what am I gonna do with this hero?
On the mid lane, Dendi certainly being the focus of harassment here with this Ogre Stamanen. Trying to do what he can to shut down Dendi's farm, but still, we've seen the CS is fairly even between the Pugner and Arise's Beastmaster. 4 minutes in now, obviously, Shashlo able to get himself the bounty rune. And up at the top, is there a rune there at the moment? No.
Arise got a haste
There's the
rune.
haste, okay. And
That should be a free kill actually when he
I was
hits
going to
6.
say, he's nearly 6. Yeah, that
Yeah.
should be the point to go for some
Dendi
action.
has to know though. Like you always check the bottle of the mid
Yeah,
laner.
sure.
Oh, obviously still hanging in lane. How do you kind of react to that? Is he going to just be like, guys, you need to have your TPs ready?
I don't
Well-
think anyone can save him.
Yeah, he just has to play back or have
Yeah.
like a lot of support.
Oh, here we go. There's a wraparound for Stamanen, but Snako did TP in. But yeah, well, they're going to catch him out here in the party ring, and he's taking a few Thunderstrikes on top of the Decrep. They will maybe be able to bring down the Disruptor first. Yeah, he'll go down in the Ogre. He's just a little bit too tanky.
Holy
He just
shit.
walks it off.
That courier is manly. Okay, they forgot about it? Oh, there we go. It just kind of stood there.
He just walked in under the tower. Like, that was so weird.
Still 3-0.
They
Basically,
played that
no, it's
very,
good.
very aggressive as well.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even have 6 on their BM and they dove like that.
Yeah, but they know Disruptor doesn't have glimpse or anything, so they don't
Yeah.
have to play scared or anything.
Oh, this could be a kill. He
Oh,
just hit 6 off that.
This has got to be a kill. A couple
Yep.
of slaps to Dendi, and Dendi's going to go down.
Nice.
5-0. Basically Unknown. They're dismantling Na'Vi in the early game.
They're definitely having the better rotations, good movement, solid kills. But against a team like Na'Vi who only have 1 Disabler, the Centaur is the only person who can stun at all. He just hit 6 though, so it should be a lot harder from now on to be able to find those kind of ganks unless you have a roar and a stun to follow it
Are
up.
they going shot?
Oh, indeed. Who stomp and double edge onto the spider. They do have Snako here with the party ring holding him in place. That will be the first kill on the board there for Na'Vi, going to Havorst, and that's going to help him on his way to what looks like to be the Vanguard first, which I guess we can obviously
Yeah.
expect as he's in a lane against
Actually,
this
I had a
Brood.
question. 8Mother, you've played Brood in the past, right?
Yeah.
Why do Brood skip their ulti at 6? I actually think ever since the buff, it's like, why would you ever not get it in that situation?
I think you're kind of mana starved. Like, you don't have mana to
Radiant's
utilize it.
middle
Even
tower
with
is
Soul Ring?
under attack.
Yeah, kind of. You use the spiderling thingy all the time, so you barely
You're
have mana
always low,
if you're not
yeah.
like full mana pool. And you really want to get the webs up so you can actually use the spiders in the jungle as well.
Yeah, okay.
It's mostly that you don't have enough points, in my opinion, to actually do it.
Yeah.
But
I
it's-
just see like
it
value
can
point.
be it can be very good.
It might
I
have
agree.
actually saved him there, just to be able to like auto attack. Because after the stomp, they can't stop you from hitting anymore, and then the lifesteal potentially could have kept him alive through the damage.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Disruptor is pretty weak damage output wise. It's only really the Centaur that does any chunk of it at all. So
For sure, it can be useful. I haven't
Yeah.
tried it too much. It's just that this gives you like the best farming build.
Yeah, if you're safe lane, for sure.
You utilize the jungle, that's the whole point of the hero anyway, so...
Yeah, I mean, obviously, top of the net worth at the moment, we do have the Centaur, who's been having pretty much free farm, and indeed got himself involved in that kill. And then following up secondary is the Beastmaster and the Gyro. So Gyro on this top lane, I mean, it's definitely one of those situations where, oh, actually, mid lane, let's hold that thought, because a Primal Roar and a rotation from Shaman on the Ogre is going to be enough to find another kill onto Dendi. More money in Arise's pockets, and he's well on his way to the Necro book. He's got the Belt of Strength, he's got the Staff of Wizardry, he's got about 500 gold towards the recipe, so this is going to be a scarily fast Necro.
I'm surprised that that same rotation has worked like every single time. They just come in from either behind the tower or from the tree line and they kill him. And there's never anything that they can do. And I think that's kind of also the weakness of Undying, is if you just rotate heavily, the Undying can't really match up against that, because Tombstone is like a minute cooldown and his other spells aren't really great for counter ganking. And maybe Soul Rip is okay, but...
It's okay if you can heal him and like turn the gank around, but it's like so hard to time it good.
Yeah.
With the TP scroll and everything. I think the only one that could actually TP to do anything is Queen of Pain right now. She doesn't really want to leave the lane, because then the lane is just empty. It's weird.
We see Arise, he's going to get glimpsed back here into the ring, will decrep himself and looks for the TP out. He's, I don't know, he didn't decrep himself, of course, Pugna did, but he does
really
get
close.
himself out. Scarf goes down, they might be able to tick down Seneko, yeah, with the ball. Arise will be able to pick himself off that one in return, so... A 1-for-1 trade there, support for support, but the fact that Arise on the mid lane Beastmaster, he's getting himself another kill is always good news for the side of basically Unknown.
He's having a phenomenal game. I'm really surprised that Na'Vi didn't just ban Beastmaster. They banned Visage over Beastmaster. And I know that Visage just got buffed, but honestly, I don't see it being as impactful as what Arise has been able to bring with his Beastmaster this game.
Yeah, I think Beastmaster overall is a really, really good hero. Brings so much with the pushing power, the Necros and the aura, and like the pickup potential with Bird and Roar. He just has it all, in my opinion.
And they've also done a bit of a lane rotation here, just bringing the Brood top now, not putting it up against the Centaur anymore. And the Centaur has like the most farm by a long shot.
But Centaur joined him on top lane.
Yeah. They're just trying to make sure they have that matchup.
He's all alone here, throws down the tombstone, but with the Roar on top of the Ancient Seal and the axes, he's just going to get blown up. Gleebush is coming in, they will find the glimpse onto Pure Evil, bringing him into the party ring with a cooldown onto 2. He's going to bring both the Quap and the Disruptor low. Stampede will be popped, trying to get Dendi in position. They did manage to find the Skyrock, and they find Nico as well with the Neverblaster Decrep and the Drain. They will be able to finish him off. It's a double kill for Dendi. We are going to have a pause here. But a little unfortunate there if that was lag indeed, but very nice rotation there from the side of Na'Vi, turning around obviously the loss of the life of the Undying.
I don't want to say that Na'Vi should have lost their lanes, but I don't think their lineup necessarily is 100% reliant on winning them either.
No.
Like Queen, obviously that lane should win. The Centaur versus the Brood, I actually thought the Brood would do a lot better. I think Shachlo had a bit of a hard time, maybe harder than maybe necessary. And basically Unknown need to try to keep up their momentum, because once Centaur ulti and Blink Dagger come out on Centaur, it's going to be really tough to deal with that kind of initiation power. And the burst that Na'Vi have is also crazy. You supplement that with a Pugna, you can lose your tier 1s very easily. So they need to be very careful for like the next 10-15 minutes or so.
Yeah, Na'Vi are going to try to death ball with this. Like, they can pressure with Pugna push.
Yeah.
And like the Undying makes it so you don't really want to fight into it, because it's like kind of like a Bristol Black pick.
Yeah.
Where he's just really strong in fights. But if he's not in fights, it's kind of useless.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the Undying, and normally we kind of expect a high impact in the early game, but I mean, this is a hero that even without the best of starts can be very scary in the mid and late game.
Yeah, I mean, both teams actually have decent late game. Like you have Gyro on one side with Beastmaster, and I think Vision is probably one of the most powerful late game tools that you can have. So I would say maybe to a degree that basically Unknown have a pretty solid late game with their Beastmaster aura, their Bloodlust and their Gyro, and the Vision control. And then Na'Vi have good late game just because they're going to have Queen late, which is much better than it used to be. Pugna late game is actually not too bad either if you can get tanky enough. Another ward can do serious work in team fights if you're trying to go high ground, so it's really tough to break Na'Vi's base. So both teams kind of have their strength.
For sure.
Even late game
I think the Broodmother is just kind of awkward late game.
Yeah.
How do you actually utilize the hero well in late game?
Yeah. It's really easy to address him too with Na'Vi's lineup, like, especially if getting to the tier 3s and breaking in the base is the hardest part. Because any of those heroes, basically besides like maybe Undying a Disruptor, can stop him on their own.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be... I guess it's kind of hard to catch him with birds, like scouting out for him.
Yeah.
And spiders. How are you gonna find him?
Yeah.
You have to smoke to get him, I think. Kind of as well, so... I don't know. But Na'Vi are the more experienced team here, I guess, so...
Yeah, that's true. If they've got a plan, they'll be the side to do it.
Navi's team isn't so good at Roche though. Like it's pretty bad
That's very
Roche lineup. So maybe basically Unknown with their Beastmaster and Gyro can just like get a couple Roshans, like control the map for a long time and just kind of beat Navi by accruing a large golden XP advantage.
Yeah, that's very true actually. They had a dire advantage though, but I'm interested to see like the Aga Centaur, you know, how it makes you cliff walk.
Yeah.
Like in the Roche bed, you like they're
That's gonna be
doing
clown.
That's
Roshan,
going to be a big.
but you're like,
yeah.
we're gonna stampede into this and like fight you in the face.
What
you
if
can put
somebody
like
like,
3 hairs on the
forgets and
cliff.
just gets stuck because it's like less than 4 seconds and you have like 3 people sleep? It's like, oh shit, well, now what do we do? I could totally see that happening.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be good. But of course, we've got to see the Centaur get the. I guess he's well, at least so far, if the momentum continues for him, I'm sure he will this game because the farm on her 4 Centaur has been pretty much bang on 4.5k so far.
Yeah, I think he just goes Blink. Maybe, I don't know if he goes like Blink Force. I'm not sure what he goes
does
after
he need a
Blink
force in
actually.
the situation or?
Force is good because
You
you get
almost-
kited by the boar.
Yeah, you almost want Force for that, but you also kind of almost want BKB for Necrobook, because if he puts the book on the Centaur, it's the same thing as Axe. Like, you just lose your mana pool, and Centaur has terrible int gain, so you just can't do anything.
Yeah, only 1 mana burn is gonna wreck you in fights. That's true.
There we go. Looks like we're going to give it a shot. Let's see if Arise is able to get himself out of this one, and it does look so. Indeed, no one's going to be able to chase him down that far, but still, obviously, a 2-for-1 engagement. Na'Vi did lose the Undying, but they find themselves the Scarf and the Gyro there. Top lane, indeed, as you were saying, with a bit of a lane switch around, we have got a Vorst up against Shashler. The Brood versus Centaur matchup. But all things said and done, 8-for-4. If we look at the graphs at the moment coming up to 10 minutes in, and what are we seeing in terms of net worth difference? Well, pretty much bang around 0. XP is a little bit of a lead here for Na'Vi with those kind of slightly bigger pick-offs there in that last engagement, but still things looking very even across the board.
It's the decision between movement and just static farming your lanes. Like, Na'Vi are going to get more CS, but basically Unknown get the picks. At the end of the day, though, no tower pressure really distributed by, basically Unknown at all. So they didn't get, like, tier 1s off their ganks. They can only just gank. And since the Brood hasn't had a really easy time, she hasn't also been able to get a tier 1 either.
With that dire water, they knew that Ogre was standing there. A Decrepify and a Sonic Wave makes his death very brisk. And Dendi will just TP straight out. He's out of mana and Disruptor. And of course, the Quad will be able to keep themselves up the lane and safe. But well, that was a nice, quick and clean pick off there.
Yeah, it was really nice. I think Na'Vi, not necessarily advantage in this situation, but they certainly have an easier time pushing. So whenever they get a fight, they might be able to get more out of their pick than basically Unknown can.
Yeah, I think both teams actually push like the same speed.
But I think basically Unknown need more people to push at the same speed than Na'Vi does.
That's true. But it's like, I think the pressure is on Na'Vi to actually do something. Because of the Roshan we talked about already. Like, they need to find these towers and the gold to actually pull through the high ground.
I think we're going to see some Guardian Greaves on Dendi this game.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, he's indeed got the Arcanum working
pretty good.
towards his old mech with the Buckler.
I guess he might not need Guardian Greaves though, because he has like the highest int game, pretty much, or one of the highest.
I think you kind of want Necro or Aghanim's on him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They did just buff Life Drain as well.
Maybe even Black King Bar this game, because
BKB
you're just
is
gonna
really good.
get blown up otherwise.
You see a smoke up from the side of basically Unknown. They're going to head towards the mid lane. Ogre and Arise. They do have Primal Roar available and straight in with the Roar. And of course their classic Mystic Flare combination there on top of the Undying. And throw a Fire Blast away at Dendi, and they won't be able to chase that one down. But I mean, against that combination, Roar into Mystic Flare, pretty much anyone across the map's dead.
Yeah, and they don't have a counterplay to that. Like, Centaur doesn't have his Aghanim, so until he has one, it's just a dead hero every single time.
I guess you can Decrepify them so it's over quicker.
Just feel like I sacrifice you.
And then you respawn sooner, so
You can heal them with the Pugna.
I guess, yeah, you could, do the reverse suck off to provide them a bit of life. But
Yeah, or you just get a 4-staff. But it's... did you see what happened bottom? Nico has 1 with 2 of them. Queen of Pain and someone... Disruptor was going on him. And he killed Disruptor and got away.
Wow.
And almost killed the Queen of Pain as well.
Classic Nico, that. And, well, it's indeed, this is a game that definitely could go either way. We're going to see Na'Vi try and apply a bit of a pressure here in the mid lane with Dendi and Artstar coming in onto the tier 1. Is there going to be anything in return? We do see in the river both Arise and Stomanen here coming around on the Beastmaster and the Ogre Magi. And there's an Invis rune on your Beastmaster. Primal Roar, how long until it's back and available? 13 seconds or so. But he's on his own here, Rise. Yeah, Dendi's low on mana. I mean, if Dendi sticks around here,
Oh, he's caught
He's
out.
gonna
Yeah,
die.
I
He's
think he's
dead.
in a lot of trouble because Ogre's coming in.
He's
and
body
Ogre-
blocking him from good measure.
Yeah, the invisible
Oh,
blocks.
stampede.
What the? No, they're
getting
just
away.
baiting it out. They,
Yeah.
they didn't want to go for the kill, I guess.
They didn't have
They
vision.
needed the
Yeah.
roar as well.
Yeah.
It was like 2 seconds when he started body blocking me.
Well, a little bit of games being played there with Dendy. Top lane, we're going to see Arise continue to look for some kind of action as he heads up here. He has got, of course, both the Brood and the Gyro for this situation. The lane is pushed in, both for Vorst and Seneko into the tower here on the Centaur and the Disruptor. Looking to go. They're going to follow in with the homing missile. Maybe if he roars Seneko, then both of them are going to be locked down and unable to do anything. Arise now he's going to head straight for the Centaur. Will roar the Centaur. Here comes your cooldown as well. A Force bursting down very quickly. We'll get the storm onto the Spiderlings. He's still alive with the Solar. They're going to keep him up. Arise tries to TP out under the tower. Will be able to get away. And they do kill the Disruptor. As a lot of TPs are forced out from the side of Na'Vi, and Stamana's going to look to TP out. He's way too tanky for them to do anything about. And Pure Evil will be able to walk it off. So, I mean, a lot of reaction coming from Na'Vi, and they weren't actually able to find anything. So hats off to basically Unknown, who just played that situation a little bit better.
Yeah, it was a nice TP. The irony of that situation is basically Unknown dumped everything on Havost, and then just Spiderlings in the book killed the Disruptor. He just got followed by minions and died. How depressing is that?
Pure Evil, this is a...
Oh, he has ulti. He could have ultied there.
Vorst might be dead here. I mean, he's out of mana here. Pure Evil. Oh, the Stampede and the scream there.
He has no mana on Queen of Pain. Oh, he does.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Nearly keeping the Skyriff alive there.
Voss
That was-
had plenty of time to center ulti there. I'm not really sure why he didn't.
He did?
As soon as he saw the Skyriff,
Oh,
the
as in
Sky
earlier.
waited to
Yeah.
silence. Like, Pure Evil didn't silence him immediately. And as soon as you see a nuke, in that situation, you just, like, ult right away. And you could probably get the regen and live.
Is
But
under attack.
a little bit of a misplay there.
Yeah, that
Dire's
was
top
weird.
tower is under
It looks
attack.
like Adendi is following your advice, 8 Mother. He's picked to the belt strength, so rather than finish off the Guardian Greaves, he's going to go for that
Yeah.
Necro book.
I think you kind of need stats, and like the Necros are gonna help them so much in the high ground push. Like, how do you actually high ground? They're just gonna roar you and then like kill the guy that's on the high ground.
But I think Pugna has a
Dire's
unique
top
high ground
tower
skill on
is
that. He
under
doesn't need to
attack.
commit to the push,
Yeah.
because the blast does so much damage, and you
Yeah.
just run away. And if they go on you, you just center ulti to either re-engage or run.
Dire's top
Broodmother
tower
will find the
has
top
fallen.
tower, and ladies and gentlemen, 6.84. Broodmother building the Mask of Madness. Now, the fact that the passive is not a unique
what?
attack modifier. It's
Really?
not a unique attack modifier anymore, is it? So you
no,
can't.
but he's going Mask of Madness on
Yeah.
Brood. That's
Is that-
more what...
That's more what.
That's a little bit clowny.
So Neko's dead. He could maybe kill a
Spirelings
boss
to
with the
the
Mask of
face.
Madness. Oh, he doesn't have ulti, that sucks.
Yeah.
He has Soul Ring though. He could easily do it.
He's got
Why
Stamana
is he
coming
not
in as
doing
well.
it?
Yeah, with this slow. I think
he's
that
dead.
Vorst is in a little bit
He
of a
has
tricky
ulti still. He
situation.
has
I think he wants to use the nuke. Oh, he used ulti. Now? I think he's dead.
Oh, with the Sorop, he's going to keep himself alive, Shashle. And when he detection, and Shashle's just going to go in with the ult, get a...
I think
it
Havas
a
should
while.
have just gone full ham there. The Mask of Madness will pop. Double Edge does like 500 damage.
Yeah.
He would have been dead.
So yeah, Mask of Madness on the Brood, what's the idea behind it?
I guess you just ulti with Mask of Madness and lifesteal a ton,
Dire's
just right click
bottom
people
tower
down.
is under attack.
I mean, against their team, the only lockdown is the Centaur. So I understand that justification of going Mom against a team who can't really like CC you, but their burst is still very respectable.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, bottom lane. Nico found himself a kill onto Disruptor and will simply TP himself back out. I mean, Nico now on a killing spree. This Gyro, we've kind of not really been looking at him because the action has been elsewhere, but he's getting pretty farm now. Phase boots Yasha Aquila, and now with the Ogre Club on his way to potentially the SNY or BKB, depends what he wants to go for. And the current goes down as it comes into a rise. He does roar and he will kill the Quap. I mean, I guess the trade was worth it.
I don't know.
Courier for Quap.
I honestly think that a little while ago it was okay for Na'Vi to be giving away a couple of kills, but now they're losing their towers as well. Like the safe
Yeah.
lane goes down, mid went down. Now it's kind of getting out of hand because with Roshan available for basically unknown, Na'Vi could contest it for sure, but they can't actually take the Rosh themselves because they don't
Dire's
have the
middle
farm to do it
tower
yet.
is under
Like
attack.
nobody does any physical damage. It's all magic right now.
Yeah, you're kind of losing all your map to the Brood and Beastmaster at this point if you don't get on and win fights.
I'm really surprised Havos has taken more of a passive role this game. Usually he's
Yeah.
the guy who YOLOs, and on a really good YOLO hero, he's just farming.
Yeah.
I'm like totally confused by this.
And
I've seen that before though.
Yeah, from his...
Like, yeah, he's
playstyle.
more YOLO on carries than he is on like these kind of Brewmaster, Centaur. You know.
Yeah.
And
Strange.
with the buckler now, so going to complete the Crimson Guard rather than for the other items we were thinking about.
Crimson's really good against
Yeah.
their team though.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the summons. For the supports,
Yeah.
mainly.
Yeah. There's going to be a smoke up here from the side of Na'Vi.
Necro free on Beastmaster, 17 minutes.
Dendi leading the way here. He's going to go across the river inside their own jungle. There's the Brood mode. They bypassed Ogre as well in the top lane. They're not going to find him. They need to make their way over to the Radiant jungle if they want to be successful with this smoke coming. They're going in there now. At the moment, there's the Skyrath and also the Gyro here on the bottom lane. Pure Evil coming into lane and just getting the new sets of ward out. And they're going to make a beeline straight for Nico Baby here, Na'Vi. He's going to get all the pings coming out. There we go, straight away with the Thunderstrike to Nico. They go forward. Cooldown was managed to be cast. And Nico actually keeping himself alive with the charges. Won't be able to bring anyone down, though, in return. And they do find the Gyrocopter with that gank.
Avos holding on to his Crimson for a rainy day, I guess. Deciding not to use it there. His whole team almost dies because he didn't pop it.
Yeah.
18-7. It's a big pick off that, finding the Gyro, and off the back of it, I mean, with the pushing power, will they be able to take a tier 2? They might be able to do serious damage.
Get it.
They're going to trade, I think, because the Brood can't relocate that easily. They can send a couple other heroes down there, but with the Gyro being dead, at best it's going to be like a 3d5, and that's not going to work out, so they're just going to trade.
He's going for it. Look at that damage, holy shit.
Mask of Madness Brood is going to chase you, even with the blink. He's going to go for Glabasha.
He's so fast.
He's straight in there, and with the stun from Stomanen. Mask of Madness Brood, ladies and gentlemen, finds himself a kill there onto the Quap. Bottom lane, the tier 2 is still there. They haven't actually managed to take it down. TPing from Arise, who finds the Ron to Heartstyle. There's going to be the follow-up from Nico Baby, the Rocket Barrage, and that's the second kill there across the map for the side of Basically Unknown. They keep that tier 2 up as well on the bottom lane.
Now, they're actually outplaying Na'Vi really hard this game.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
They're getting caught out everywhere. It's like, and this Disruptor is just feeling really awkward. He's level 8 now, but he didn't have ulti like 4 minutes ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing in this game? He doesn't know what to do, I think.
I think it's the main reason is Basically Unknown's aggro tri-lane actually screwed their Undying pick over like really hard because the Undying wasn't able to do much, and they didn't maybe foresee the Gyrocopter pick coming out. So when the Gyro is against the Undying lane, the Undying is pretty useless because you want to run into people, but against Gyro you don't want to run into him. So it kind of makes you not want to play the normal way that you would.
And he has Black Cannon against his zombies. He's just really good.
Yeah.
In general.
Maybe Na'Vi will respect the Gyro next game if they're gonna take Undying themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean both the Gyro and the Beastmaster. Still the fact that they let it through and into the hands of Arise, because he's been having a fantastic game. 5 kills, 7. He's not been killed a single time this match.
Yeah, I mean Na'Vi have a very singular mind when they're playing this lineup. It's like push towers, drop a tombstone, kill the tower. Like that's the way that they kind of have to play it out. But I think Basically Unknown have a lot more options with the Beastmaster vision and the capability of finding picks. Like Na'Vi, you can probably pick, but Havos is playing super passive, just farm games.
Yeah.
So they're
same with Dendi. He doesn't have a playmaker hero at all.
Oh, we're going to see Stampede here on the mid lane, and we're talking about the fact that Rise hasn't gone down. That will be the first time it goes down. Disrupt ending the kill streak, but in they go with the cooldown. Crimson Guard has been popped by a Force. It's not enough to save Undying with the Mystic Flare coming down onto a Force. He'll go down as well. So they do find a Rise, but they lose 2 heroes there, and they might even lose the tier 2 on the top lane as well. So
that damage.
It's not looking great for the side of Na'Vi at the moment. 21 minutes in.
Yeah, they're kind of screwed. And with a Broodmother, taking Roshan is super easy, and Beastmaster as well.
Oh, mid lane, Ancient still onto Glabasha. They come in with the stuns. Nico's trying to get himself in with the Rocket Barrage and with the boosted magical damage thanks to the seal. That's a very, very dead Quap. Meanwhile, Dendi trying to get a bit of a split push on here on the bottom lane. But 23-8, things aren't looking great for Na'Vi. Dendi's going to try and do his best to try and break the high ground here, do some damage to the tier 3, but there's going to be a TP in from the Ogre and also from the Gyrocopter, and that's going to be enough to fend Dendi off. 22 minutes in, I mean, what is the plan now for Na'Vi? How can they bring themselves back into this?
Hope that your high ground defense is good enough, I guess, because really, Basically Unknown, all they have to do is just secure Roshan. They can take the rest of the Adder Tier towers pretty easily due to the lead that they have, and like this Queen, this is safe lane Queen. With like 5.7k net worth in 22 minutes. She is broke. Like has absolutely nothing. The supports of Basically Unknown almost have as much farm as she does. Like I think it's pretty hard to take any straight up engagement for them now. They either have to smoke and look for picks, like maybe try to defend Roshan, but even that is going to be tough.
Yeah, that's what they can do. Like they have no map control, so they can't really farm aggressively either.
Yeah.
They have to farm as 5 basically, and they can never catch up like that, so. I think they need to go for pickoff as well. I think they kind of drafted themselves out of their comfort zone with this kind of draft.
Yeah. The Undying has been pretty lackluster. Hasn't really accomplished anything. I think that it would have worked out a lot better if they had just banned Gyro instead of Visage in the beginning of the game. Like if they had Undying and there was no Gyro counter pick, maybe their lanes would have worked out. Or maybe they would have felt okay going aggro instead of just going safe lane with it.
Yeah. for sure.
Well, we are going to see the Centaur. Havor's going to be working his way towards that Aghanim. So maybe that's the item that's going to help them change the game around. But of course, at the same time, a lot of items being picked up by the side of the Radiant. Chashlo at the moment, he's got himself an ultimate orb, 3.2k gold. What are we expecting from the Broodmother with that ultimate orb? Scardy?
I'm actually not sure what he's going to make.
I don't think Manta
Maybe
is
he
super
goes
useful.
Lincoln's just so he doesn't get glimpsed. Because then it makes him like unkillable. I don't know. He can do a lot of things really. Doesn't matter what he makes.
Could you just get Hex?
Yeah.
Or...
Manta's okay, I guess.
Does it really do anything here though?
It's okay for pushing high ground, but then I guess you would just want Book.
Yeah, I think Book
gonna
is
do
just way too good not to get there. Especially since you have Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Dyer's
Going to see Arise finds himself the bottom tower there. And there is a smoke up for Na'Vi trying to find
they got
something,
Arise.
but they're being turned around on. They're bringing Arise low here in the Static Storm. He's still alive. He doesn't quite get the roar out as the Nether Ward does pop him. They found themselves two so far, both Ogre and the Beastmaster going down.
Brood is coming in.
He's not going to catch
No mana.
Nico. They're backing out. They're trying to look for something. Chashlo's just walking this one off. He does get decrepified. Blink forward from Avos, but he gets silenced straight away. Won't be able to get the Hoostomp out. Glibasha coming in, looking for the Sonic Wave. Walks through the Mystic Flare, takes an Arcane Bolt to the backside. Quap goes down. And now, are they going to be able to look for anything more now? Decrepify onto Nico. And now with the Drain out. Blink forward, lovely Hoostomp. Double edge there will be enough to bring down Jaro. It looks like Pure Evil will go down here as well. So Na'Vi, off the back of that smoke, getting the ball rolling again.
Why did the Brood TP with no mana? That was so confusing. He could have been like at the tier 3 right now, pressuring the lane. That fight actually took quite a long time to finish, and Na'Vi with the standard, we're gonna play really poorly for like the first 20 minutes, then come back with one big fight.
It is going to be the Scardy Brood.
Yeah, that's a little bit interesting. I guess in a way, if you hit somebody with the orb not being unique attack modifier anymore, you just slow them to death.
That's
They
a
can
lot of
never
You're
Sure.
kind of
run.
like a melee sniper.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just can't run. You can't turn either because of the blind and the lifesteal from ulti.
Yeah, you can't man fight him, that's true, but...
We're going to see Undying going straight up for the,
get the
Silver
Glimmer.
Edge.
No, he's got
Was
the
it?
Glimmer cape.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, of course. Jesus,
And he's
yeah.
probably going to
No
go
good
like
for the
BKB or
BKB?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, BKB and Glimmer Cape.
Or maybe if he has Glimmer, he doesn't go BKB and just goes like
Aghanim?
Aghanims, yeah. Aghs
Yeah.
is okay, I guess.
Okay. I mean, Aghanims are coming out across the side of Na'Vi. We see, of course, Glibasha. He's only, well, he's very close, in fact. One more creep CS will bring him enough money to pick himself up that completed Aghanims. And, of course, Centaur, Vorst, he was very close a second ago. And, yeah, only about 300 gold to go until he's got Aghanims as well on the Centaur. And he's hit level 16 also. So, I mean, the level 16 and the Aghanims ultimate on Centaur, that's going to be pretty scary.
Yeah, it's really huge for the counterplay on War, like A-Mother mentioned earlier. And plus, gyro damage. If you, like, flak and you center ulti, maybe like 2 or 3 of the flak hits do almost nothing. And that's a pretty big deal, too. So he does hit pretty hard at this stage. They're rushing. I think Na'Vi probably have an idea that this is going on, but it's very hard to contest.
They've got to smoke up onto Havorst if he wants to go for it and pop it and head down there. Ping's coming out to the Broodmother, and looks like they're going to be...
Nah, they're sacking it.
yeah,
They would have already gone.
Defend the top lane against the Brood.
They don't,
that's
they
gonna
don't
be-
have any smoke, so they're kind of stuck in their base right now.
Oh, Blink forward from the Havorst, clearing out the old Spiderlings, and they'll find them nice and easy, 24 to 12.
Did he just finish his Aghs?
He must have done, yeah. That must be the
that's
complete axe, yeah.
That's a big deal, actually.
I mean, off the back of that one team fight in the middle lane, the Na'Vi found a lot of positive.
That's so typical
Nice
Na'Vi,
stuff.
though, to find
Yeah.
like one huge fight like that.
Yeah, it was so clowny as well. I had no idea how that happened, actually. They were even diving tier 3s when they had tier 2. They're like, we're just gonna go all in
I
here,
think they
boys.
saw the Brood TP and they're like, oh, we're going ham now.
And then we saw his mana, he was like, it's a creep.
Yeah. Even if he had his Scotty by that fight, it would have been a little bit different, maybe. Could have just hit people, but...
Yeah, but still, it's kind of silly. I don't know. Even though they got so much, I feel like, what are they gonna do? They have to like 5-man farm and maybe find a pickoff with the smoke.
Oh, nice
That
Sonic
farm.
Wave there. Easy farm.
Yes.
And now with the Stampede, making them run across the cliffs. Look at this Undying go. They're trying to find the Brood. As clowny as it looks, they won't actually be able to find anything off the back of it. They don't catch
I
them.
actually think if they defend high ground successfully, like 1 or 2 times, Na'Vi probably have a pretty good shot at taking some good fights, like after that. The biggest problem I have right now is a Brood is still a really big issue. But late game Centaur can actually be a beast, right?
Yeah,
like he's
I agree.
very, very difficult to kill.
And he's
Even-
really farmed.
Even with no mana, you could just tank towers. You get like a heart or something and you stand there
Yeah.
and you just deal damage.
It looks like Na'Vi at the moment, indeed playing very defensively, kind of waiting for the side of basically unknown to come to them. But this, of course, is going to mean there's a lot of space across the map for heroes like Jaro to find his farm. And also, I mean, yeah, Stomanen on the Ogre. He's got a point boost Ogre Club and a Staff of Wizardry on his way to his own Aghanim Scepter.
That's going to be super annoying to play against.
Yeah.
Like, just mass disable.
I don't know, like I said, they have to do this five-man stuff all the time. So they're just getting out-farmed. But they can't really do anything else. It's so awkward for them right now.
Here we go with the Stampede. They're looking for Stomanen, but that was a little bit ambitious there, and they're not actually going to find anyone off the back of that. Second Stampede in.
Yeah, they didn't have enough vision. It's nighttime, so they didn't see the Ogre TPing until it was too late.
DD Gyro mid.
It's going to be gone soon, though, I think.
Yeah, it's like 10, 15 seconds.
Bash,
If they could get a stun on him, he's dead.
Yeah. Oh, can't quite get the Primal Roar out as he was able to blink up to the high ground.
They already used the Book to D ward, so they know that Na'Vi don't really have much vision right now. It's really tough for them to fight like this.
Oh, Horst. He's going to get Ancient Sealed. He did manage to get the blink off. Nico's going to try and chase it down, but I don't think they're going to get the Roar still. Oh,
he so close. It was in the animation.
Yeah, he was animation.
It looks so close. I mean, yeah.
Does he just go straight
Lucky
Refresher, or does he
Horst.
go Ags?
I think
On
normally we see him just go straight Refresher, right?
Yeah, I think it's a lot better. Especially since there's like no Chronosphere Void you want to Chrono or anything.
Yeah,
then I think
that's
Aga is pretty good actually. But you still have the Blink Dagger, so.
Yeah, the cooldown and the range
Yeah.
are pretty nice.
But yeah, I think Refresh is straight up here. No
I mean, what about your Brood? She's very, very rich. 3.5k gold on top of the Skadi.
yeah. Still no impact though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If he gets BKB with these items, though, he's like a god. He can't die. Not a chance.
That's true actually, but he doesn't really kill
doesn't hit that
buildings.
hard.
He doesn't.
Well, with his ulti, he still hits for like 200 plus.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
This is like a late game Brood build where you want to like get 6 loaded and then go finish the game.
It's kind of smart if you think about it, though, because if you're up against late game Centaur, you don't really, like, no one else on that team really does anything to Centaur late game. But if you build a Brood to right click and you can just like man fight him with Lifesteal, I don't know, it's not a terrible idea, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with Book, you might have been able to just have Rax them already.
Yeah, exactly. With Vlad's Book on their team, they have insane push.
Yeah.
Oh, your Aghanim's complete on Yoga Magi. We saw Horst there cleaning up some of the Ancients, continuing to find himself that farm, and coming up to 2k gold now on the Centaur. On top of the Aghanims, do you feel he needs to go for BKB himself this game?
Centaur, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. BKB is really... It's nice to be able to go a later BKB, because that way you have like 10-second magic immunity when you have real items. Instead of just going like early BKB and having like 5-second BKB when you have damage.
We go. Smoke up from the side of Na'Vi, but of course, as shown there by Weapus on the camera, there is no vision at all for them outside of the base.
They can't even see the Brood. Oh, now they do. Now they do.
Well, they found themselves a courier. He's got a BKB on. Oh, Drew! Oh, no! Hafus gets it!
He got the BKB.
He got the BKB. It's all right, though. Shash, though, he's going to be happy. Pops the BKB. He's going to try and set the fight for a little bit, but the pure
Look at that HP!
He's bringing him down, and now's the backup. In comes the air brigade as Nico comes in on the gyrocopter with a Mystic Flare onto her Force. Her Force goes down. They've lost the Undying. They did manage to take down the Broodmother. But backup was there now with a missile onto Dendy's face on the way through. Nico chasing it down with the Rocket Barrage. With a missile connected dart. Oh, no! He gets himself out. Dendy's able to TP away. 2 for 1 there. Again, another little bit of a messy fight.
Yeah, but Shachel bought so much time for his team. Like, the BKB delivery kept him alive there. There's no way he would have been alive that long otherwise.
That was huge. Like, as soon as it popped off, he just died instantly.
Yeah.
It was funny.
There we go, to the high ground. Do Unknown want to try and push? There's 2 heroes down on the side of Na'Vi. Too risky.
They don't have a pushing hero right now.
No.
Like, they used Book for the fight and their Brood's dead, so there's no way for them to go tier 3 without that.
I'd like Beastmaster to get a Vlad here, actually. Like, even for Gyro life still, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't think about it anymore,
thing.
but it's really good. Is it 10%?
Yeah,
10% on range, yeah.
That's pretty huge,
Yeah,
actually.
MKB on this Gyro. This Gyro is hitting hard.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Aura Beastmaster is really strong in general. Like, just having the AC or Vlad's, like, even both in a lot of cases can be nice.
Yeah, in my opinion, best would be if they had AC on the Brute already and Necros on both of them and the Vlads on the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
That would be insane push. At the same time, they probably wouldn't do the same thing with the map control right now if they had those items.
Yeah. I think they're just, like, playing around the Beastmaster completely.
Yeah, they're definitely playing on the map control right now.
26 to 13, Na'Vi certainly hanging in, and if anything, really getting themselves back into the game. Now Shashlo might get caught out here, blink forward from Avors, finds himself the Hoostom into the double edge, and now with the life drain from Dandy, BKB has popped, he's going to try and fight, but the pure damage is enough from the Sonic Wave to bring down that Broodmother.
Mask of Madness, pure damage, Aghanim's ulti.
Ouch.
Yeah, hurts bad. What does it hit for, like almost 800 or something like that when you have Mask of Madness on?
Yeah, something like that, I guess. What is it? It's 450 damage right now.
Oh, he's not 16.
No.
Jesus. Yeah, so it's more like 600 damage or something.
33 minutes in, Na'Vi grouping up here on the top lane, but at the same time a smoke up from the side of the Radiant. Basically unknown, they don't have the Broodmother, but they've got all the ults ready and available. Primal Roar, cooldown.
Radiant
Do they really want to do this?
Do they want to
DD
Of course
gyro.
they do. Here we go, he's going in, and indeed, here with the double damage, making
Oh
action
my
happen. Look at this damage with the MKB. They found
Holy
themselves a
shit.
double kill. It's going to be a triple kill as the Disruptor, the Quad, the Undying for Dendi will be able to TP himself out. Havors just blinks and runs away.
That rune.
That rune.
I didn't know he had a DD. I was like, I don't know if they want to do this 45, and then all of a sudden double damage, everyone's instantly dead.
Dire's
Yeah, that was
bottom
insane.
tower is under attack.
Even if without it, I think they would have crushed the fight, to be honest.
Yeah, that looked pretty lopsided there.
Yeah. Because he has BKB as well. What are you gonna do to him? Like,
Just go lifesteal next, I guess.
yeah.
Or butterfly maybe.
Imagine the Satanic with the Vlads.
Oh yeah, that's
a lot
true.
of life still.
See ya.
Here we go. Maybe they want to go for the high ground now. 3
That's
heroes
not
down at the moment on the side of Na'Vi.
Dire
Fortification comes out straight away here. Then declaring out the way for the blast, but he's going to take a cooldown. Ooh, to the face, it does catch him with the slow active slide free, but he's dropped the nether ward. He's done with the low ground, finds a 2x multicast, but in comes Seneko
Oh, glimpse.
with the net. They're going to bring back, indeed, Stoman, and he's in a bit of trouble here as he gets life drained by Dendi. Pure Evil tries to TP up on the high ground. Oh, they haven't got anything to stop it.
Yeah,
He's gonna be able to
TPs
get
are
away.
so good against Navi's team. The glimpse is down. It's like no way to do anything. I even think maybe going Yules on the Queen would have been
Yeah,
nice
I
this
was
game.
just thinking the same. Like, they need some kind of way to cancel TPs here. He's getting out free all the time.
Yeah, it's even good against Skywrath. Being able to remove the silence on yourself. His farm is like really behind.
Yeah, he didn't snowball at all. Like, he didn't get any kills. He almost died like so many times.
Yeah. I think Gyro is just one of those heroes that is, he's tough to blink into. He's tough to walk into in general, so Queen is not really like an ideal matchup unless you're, I guess, able to kite him, but that's still pretty tough.
You can just blow him up, I guess. But I think the most awkward thing is the supports for Navi's game.
Yeah, they're not really good at bursting anymore.
Yeah, and
The
they
BKB's coming out.
didn't have that much impact during the laning phase either, because it was awkward in so many ways.
Yeah, I guess that kind of means, in a way, that basically Unknown, their draft wasn't necessarily like a big out draft, but they played around their lineup better. Like, they understood that, like, Pugna mid is so easy to kill.
Yeah.
Like, only one roam, and you can kill him, like, 100% of the time. Doesn't matter if it was Skywrath or Ogre, either one would have killed him.
Sure.
Oh, we indeed are going to see Rise going for that refresh orb. He's managed to find himself the first Perseverance. 10 to War and a Havor, still just about 200 gold away from that potential BKB purchase. As he'll be able to get around himself an illusion room. We'll send it out to the jungle. Shashlo still maintaining the pressure here on this top lane. But I mean, indeed, as you said, he's got to be careful because Na'Vi, they're up here again, and we've seen Shashlo get caught out a few times here when Na'Vi do make the rotation up here. It's going to be alright for the time being. Looking at the side of basically Unknown, what's their plans? Is Roshan up? Roshan is indeed up. I mean, they could probably go for it, and they could take it pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's going to be free for them, I think. It's way too hard to fight right now. Like, BKB on the Gyro. The problem is, the mid game is when Na'Vi is supposed to be the strongest. Because it's that time where Gyro doesn't really do as much damage anymore, but now he's been able to farm like a DPS item. So now that he has MKB and lifesteal, even if you get BKBs now, you're still just going to get right-clicked to death. I mean, look at that last fight. Flat Cannon just annihilated them. Sure, he had a DD, but as 8 Mother said, it probably would have been one-sided either way.
It's just like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
We're going to see both teams rotate around this pit here. They could just get in the high ground vision, and Vorster's there to back him up. Who's going to make the first jump? Yeah, they're looking at, I think, yeah, indeed, Na'Vi just looking to fight this because they can't really take Roshan themselves.
Yeah, it's an impossible situation.
Yeah.
You have to defend Roche because you know if they get Aegis, they'll win. They probably just lose a Disruptor. Their
And
base
Cop
is
is
also
TPing away
dying.
now.
Then he's going to channel
They're just gonna go down here.
Going to throw down the old party wing, which won't hold Nico back as he pops the BKB, and he's just going to try and chase this down. There's just Stampede from Havorst. And Nico actually just TPing out of that situation as Na'Vi all TP back to the top lane to defend, as the push was coming in from both Arise and the Broodmother, who do now back themselves up into the jungle. But Avorst with this gem, he has of course spotted out the spider. Hasn't quite got the backup, and this is working out for basically Unknown in the sense that they've scared Na'Vi off and they're just going to head back into the pit.
They can fight 4v5. They don't even need their Brood to win a team fight. So yeah, I'd say this game is like almost assuredly going to be won by basically Unknown. Unless they like really mess up their high ground push.
Oh, Na'Vi coming in, Soneko, drops the special, but there's a BKB that's just appeared on your Skyrock. He's killed the Disruptor. Artstyle and Avorst, they're trying for some. Arise coming in with a Primal Roar onto your Centaur. Nico's found himself the Aegis, now he comes to join into the fight. A Sonic Wave came out, but it really didn't do that much at all. It did manage to clip the Skyrock. Double Edge and a Who Stomp onto 2 there, but Arise, the Man and a Nico, they're just going to chase down Avorst here with a multicast with a ding-ding-dong ding. There's going to be Dendi channeling his energy from the high ground. It isn't enough. It's an unstoppable kill streak here for your Gyro, and it's a 2-for-1 trade. And who gave that Skyrock for BKB?
Well, I wasn't expecting that either, to be honest. I was like, wait, that guy has a BKB?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Skyrock with a BKB.
I mean, Centaur's going to buy that
base
because
is just dead.
Shashlo, he's going for it with the beak. He doesn't care. He's just going to take it, and he's going to get it. That's the Medirex here on the top lane down. They're going to try and find him in return. Blinking forward and with the true sight from the Necro units, they should be able to catch him, and indeed they will. Dendi does manage to
worth. Like, getting that Rax is 100% worth, even with his death.
Especially now since they changed the rubber banding and stuff.
Yeah.
They're pretty close in net worth, actually.
It's not as bad as you would think, but honestly, I think that it's all outplay. Like every single time, they know how to use their lineup much better than what Na'Vi are doing. I think you were kind of right about the comfort zone picks. Like Dendi on Pugna, he just got ganked over and over and in the same exact way. Like it was never any adaptation. Like sure, the Disruptor was there a few times, but he never got any EXP, so Sonico wasn't able to really do anything for him.
The next fight's when Nico, he's got a Satanic finished on the Gyro. He's going to be so hard to bring down.
Yeah, like they're going to have Refresher on BM as well.
I told you that they want to lock down Avorst, but what's the point of locking him down when it's a Centaur?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter too much because he has had little to none impact. He has some impact, but it's like it's not the classic Avorst we've seen.
I think, like from their perspective, maybe they wanted to be more active during the mid game, but their smokes weren't really that good.
Yeah.
Like they didn't accomplish anything really with them, and I think that's a large reason why Avorst hasn't been able to have the impact that he wanted.
Yeah, and the same with Dendi, he's just been locked down, as you said as well.
Yeah, against Beastmaster, if your smokes fail, it's like you're never really going to gank anyone after that.
Yeah. It's insane. Birdman. Refresher Birdman.
It's not going to be fun for the side of Na'Vi to play against in the next fight that kicks off.
Oh my god, Satanic Gyro.
Yep.
Jesus.
Even Ogre could buy Vlads now and it would be super, super good. I'm surprised no one is buying the item.
Maybe it's just because like the Brood is never with the team and it doesn't seem like as good, I guess. But even then, yeah, I think Vlads would still be nice.
Yeah, they don't really have physical damage on Na'Vi, I guess. So the armor doesn't help you too much, except for pushing.
Well, talk about pushing. Unknown, they're going to go for some here on the bottom lane. They're starting to make a movement towards the base of Na'Vi. Na'Vi, they will TP back Dendi at the moment. They do still have Avorst out on the top lane. They might need him for this defense if Nico decides to pressure the high ground. He has, of course, still got the Aegis. And indeed, he just goes straight up there. He does get Drift Grappified, takes a Scream to the side, and will get sucked off here by Dendi, but Dendi takes a ultimate to the face, and Nico with the BKB ready to fight. Mystic Flare down onto Dendi, Shashlo coming in as well with the BKB. Arise just get caught out by a Who Stomp and a double edge. He goes down, the Aegis has been popped on Nico, caught in the Static Storm as well. Fury also getting very low, but they will be able to bring down Avorst there with the Shashlo harassment. They lose the Ogre. It's a 3-for-1 so far, double kill. And in fact, they find the Gyro as well. They might even find a full team up here. Na'Vi, they're turning it around. It's a full defense.
The Netherward just crushed them so hard. That Netherward was up the entire fight, like right until the end. And they didn't deal with it at all. Like Nico killed himself on the Netherward the first time that he died. And the Queen also landed like a really sick ulti as well. It was very well fought by Na'Vi, and that swing is massive. So like I said,
that's the only way they win the fight. Like, Unknown make a bad jump on them inside the base so they like die. If they just push straight up.
The Aegis was just overconfidence.
Yeah.
And did the Gyro BKB before he died? Because I think he
BKB before he died.
before he died the first time.
He did, yeah.
And then like by the time he revived, he was stuck inside of the base, like behind the tier 3 tower, and the rest of his team was already dead.
I mean, actually, Sheepstick now picked up on Gleebasher. I mean, these big items and a lot of gold indeed coming out
That
of the
was a
side
big
after
throw,
that fight.
though. That was such a throw.
I think they could have just pushed straight up with Gyro on the high ground, just hitting the tower with Necros.
Yep. There was no reason to dive on Dendi like that.
Radiant's
And the
middle
other thing, too,
tower
is you kind of
under
have to
attack.
assume that heroes are going to have buybacks. So even if, like, you kill Dendi, he buys back, they defend
Oh,
the
look
base.
at that swing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm
That's-
saying. Like, that's the only way they can
Woo.
lose is if they do that. Like, they have to be overconfident and push into Tombstone
Instant
and ignore it.
10,000, just bam. And bam, back to the center. 32 to... Oh, look
this-
at the scoreboard, boys. I mean,
3, 2,
2
2.
2. Oh,
Got
Twitch
him.
chat there.
Sick meme
Loving
moment.
that. Top memes here at the Meme League here today. Sponsored by ASUS ROG, of course. But well, Na'Vi, I mean, after that, they definitely got
That's
the tools
hard
to take
close,
this.
right?
Yeah, no, I'd
Should
imagine they
have
had the
it.
no, he's still the booster short, isn't he?
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He needs a little bit more.
Yes, rest. Yeah. It's been sitting
Aghanim's
on
on
this for some
Undying.
time now.
That's not something we see every day.
Yeah, Disruptor Aghanims will be big, too, if they can get that for Sonico.
How much is the increase?
35.
It's like 10% or something, 15%.
To the minimum damage. Okay.
Well, it's both, because the closer you are,
The max.
yeah, the closer you are, the more amplification it is. So 40%, and that's through BKB, by the way.
Yeah.
So the damage increase on Queen ulti is
Yes.
massive if the Undying is standing there.
And also, I mean, the Nether Ward, just the damage
Yeah,
being
the Nether
returned
Ward
from that.
crushed them that fight. Like, they all
Yeah.
took like half their health and damage from Ward. And
you
they
sh-
ignored the Tombstone because they were trying to kill Dendi.
I feel you should be prepared for it. I guess they thought he would die instantly since they jumped him.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe Glimmer Cape saved him or something. I didn't actually see what happened in the fight, but
Yeah.
Well, we're going to see a smoke up from Na'Vi. Obviously, they took a very confident fight from their base. Now they're going to see if they can do the same outside of the base. At the moment, Arise, if they catch out Arise, this is going to be fantastic. With a Stampede, of course, running them all up the cliff. Suddenly, there is no longer a Beastmaster in the Radiant jungle.
Well, I guess technically speaking, if you run fast enough, you can move up walls. So
I guess you can. I guess there's some kind of Matrix stuff
yeah,
going on.
logically, it actually could happen. Just not super likely.
Yeah, well, it worked in that situation, and that's going to be a heart finished on Avos now.
Yeah, but this is now the point in the game where, since Gyro didn't go a damage item, he went Satanic after MKB. So that Centaur has 4,000 health.
yeah.
He's going to be a nightmare to deal with. And with one lane down, Brood actually becomes a bit worse because you can't pull the team apart as effectively. Like, instead of pushing like one side lane and then the other team is pushing bottom, for example, if you're top,
Yes.
it's like mid and bottom. But that transition is like 2 feet away. So it
Yeah.
becomes significantly harder to get the second lane down.
Now, I know it might be a little bit early to call it, but is this a Gyro Divine Rapier again?
I mean, he's tanky enough to build one, but he can't YOLO like he did
No.
in the last fight. Like, he pretty much played the worst around his Aegis that you can. He BKB'd preemptively before he lost his Aegis, so he had no way to retreat. And then, like, he dies again inside of the base with no BKB.
Yeah. I think if you sell the Saniyasha and get a Aegis and a Rapier,
That could be solid.
that's pretty good setup for it. But it's kind of awkward for him now. Like,
The heroes on Na'Vi are getting too tanky for the
Yeah.
Flag to even be able to kill. Like, Dendi's got 2,200 health. The Disruptor is probably the easiest one to take down, but even the Queen, who is kind of struggling, is making her way up the net worth now. She's got her
I'm
hex.
still looking at this Brood and like feeling what kind of impact she's got this game. What is she doing right now? She just feels like a big crit to me.
Yeah. I guess against Centaur as well. Like, you can't really run people down as effectively as you would be able to normally.
Imagine if Centaur gets like a refresher. Double Stampede, man.
Yeah, double Stampede.
That's the
I think it's super legit, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's actually insane.
Like 8 seconds of invulnerability.
And with Aghanims, you actually have the mana to do
Yeah.
it.
Maybe just want Shivas or something at this point, though.
I think AC might even be better
Yeah.
than Shivas.
True.
Because his damage, like, he still hits for 200.
Yeah, that's true. He needs some kind of attack speed item.
We saw there, inside of basically just coming into the Dire jungle. They have left Scarif behind, and Hostile's going to come in, and well, he puts the BKB, and who's not going to be able to make
And a
it?
gem.
With the amplified beard, that was a little bit of an ambitious dewarding trip
There
from
is
the
some
Scarif.
3-2-2 going on in this
Yeah.
game, though. I think
That was-
if basically a don't end up losing, it's going to be because of that high ground push bottom. Like, that was by far the biggest turnaround
Yeah.
this game.
Sure. I think that could have been like where they won the game if they played it correctly.
I mean, there's no arguing that Na'Vi are looking very, very scary indeed. All these big items coming out, indeed, as we see. So the crest on Seneko was picked up as well previously.
Ugnai's gonna have a Hex soon, I think, as well.
Is that going to be the
ultimate
next
orb.
point of call for Dundee, you reckon?
Or maybe
Yeah.
Lincoln's.
Yeah.
Like, Lincoln's is good as well.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, I guess that makes it a lot harder to interrupt his
Radiant's
good old life draining.
I think this is a good loadstorm game, to be honest.
yes. What on
Radiant's
to
Reflect the
tower
roar.
has
Yeah,
fallen.
everything. Like
Yeah.
Ogre Blast, he stuns himself, he can't do any combo.
Yeah. I wonder if the multicast is mirrored. So like if you get 3 multi, do you 3 multi him, or I wonder how that works.
That's
yeah, or
interesting.
if you get your own kind
Yeah,
of
do you get your own
individual
RNG or
chance,
is it
yeah.
his?
Well, we might find out if someone wants to go for it. The side of basically unknown, they're going to go for Roche. Shashlo, he's found himself Glabasho. As Glabasho found Shashlo, Shashlo pops the BKB, has to walk this one off.
He's got a relic. Is he going at Thistle?
Has fallen to the Radiant.
Maybe he's going Rapier.
Nah, he won't go Rapier Brood. That's terrible. It's like a really bad Rapier carrier.
Oh, Nico, he walks up to the high ground, but the side snake gets blown up straight away. That's your Aegis down. I mean, the side of basically unknown, they're going to try and do as much as they can with the Aegis. Arise getting very low. The Netherwall doing so much damage. Arise will fall here. Nico trying to fight her with the BKB. Shashlo 1v1ing Havos, but Havos with the Who Stomp, with the final slap, brings down the Spiders. A Mystic Flare on top of the Quap. Quap does go down, but a double kill for Havos. It's only Stomanen remaining alive. He heads up to the high ground, but he gets glimpsed back. He's going to get caught in the party ring. He goes down as well to a Decrepit Who Stomp. Triple kill for Havos.
The Dream is dead.
The Dream
Or
is
basically
dead.
unknown. Yeah, it's super dead now.
Oh, man.
Even with like buybacks, you like Navi are gonna make them buy back and they're just gonna run away. And then they're like down a ton of gold. Like the 2 fights that they took, like the high ground defense and that Roche, was a 20,000 or 25,000 experience change between 2 fights.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's totally game changing. Havos just got attacked by the Brood the entire fight, like didn't care about anything. The Gyro got his Aegis burned without even being able to attack 1 time again. And like even though he saved his BKB this time, which is the way that you're supposed to do it, Havos kept his entire team isolated behind him, and then he was fighting against 3 heroes on high ground. And you can't win that fight. It doesn't matter how farmed you are.
They're going for it here, boys.
Yeah, heart regen just means that you can just have the
Yeah,
power
honestly, it
forever.
doesn't matter, yeah.
They're gonna have to buy back if they want to keep their at least 1 set of racks.
There we go. Here's the creeps. Now that they can start getting some proper slaps in. Fortification will come out. Basically, they're going to have half the team pretty much up in a couple of seconds. And, I mean, well, Beastmaster and Scarf, they can do a little bit to harass, but I don't think they're stopping these racks going down. That is going to be the melee racks in the mid lane falling. And
Did they say
and the
they're
base
glitch?
racks
No,
as
they
well.
didn't.
They used it on the
Yeah,
tower.
used it, yeah.
They got some regen on the tower.
Okay, so they know they can't double racks, so that's a good call. I don't know though, man. I really thought that basically I don't have this game in the bag.
Yeah. This is...
Comebacks are not dead.
This takes me back
6.84.
so long when you used to play like Hookna strats and stuff like that. When you lost 5 at their high ground, you knew the game was over.
Yeah.
Like you had 1 or 2 fights, but then the game was over.
I mean, then he's just... I mean, what does he go for with all that money? Look at all the money that he's got.
go for
5,000 gold on this pug now, on top of the
He might still go
Cypher
back
sheet.
for BKB.
I think BKB is incredible.
Oh, well, I'd imagine, to be fair, at this point,
Yeah.
freeing up a slot, you go for the mech boots,
the
don't you?
Guardian Greaves, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
this
Yeah.
is actually the first time where Guardian
It's
Greaves
really-
become a relevant item for just the inventory space.
Super good. I'm surprised he hasn't done it yet, actually.
He might even go for armor, like just get Shivas or something, just for the gyro.
Yeah. But they have the upgrade medallion. They can just put it on the one they go on.
Yeah, that's true.
We've got refreshers now in this
Incredible.
quad. And this was
My
a quad who
God.
had an awful early game.
This quap was broke. Oh, we're getting some lag here.
Some might be a little
Volvo,
bit...
please.
A little bit.
Well, at least nothing's happening,
Well-
so it's actually like the best time to lag when nothing's
Picnic
going on.
Yeah.
Is yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Oh,
we're back.
Hello.
No.
Slideshow. Oh,
there
there
we
we go.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh,
we're back.
Pavos doesn't even care. He's just gonna blink back in and farm.
So it looks like a Vorst with the plate map. We're going to go for... I mean, would you say, let's say Soul Caress or Shiva's
Both
Guard?
have their
Yeah.
good points. Like AC is good for right clicking if you want to just like chop down like the carries or something, and Shiva's is good for being able to catch out in general.
I
And the
think
vision from
Shiva's
Shiva's is nice.
is a lot better in the fights, but AC makes push the base faster.
Yeah. I don't think they need the push though.
No, the game is over if you win the fight, so...
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of a pause.
Not a pause,
no,
but a lag.
It's a lag.
A little bit of lag.
It's more like a pause, but this lag. Right. Well, anyway, so as we did see there, I think it's going to be a rapier for Nico Baby.
I think that's the only item he can make now.
Yeah.
I think he realizes his damage is not nearly
He
enough.
needs a rapier, boys.
The thing is, that Satanic was supposed to end them the game.
Yes.
Like, they get the Satanic Aegis and then win. But since they didn't win, the Satanic actually becomes kind of like a not-so-good item, because now his damage isn't as threatening as it was before.
Yeah, he fell off super hard after that bottom fight.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't even seen him like being able to use it effectively, because he's just only hexed, stunned, or
Radiant's
whatever
top
all the
tower
time.
is under
Even the
attack.
crep is
Oh, come
ruining
on.
this game.
What's up with this lag? Apparently the Radiant's top tower's
I
under
wonder if
attack.
it's us, because you would imagine if it was everyone lagging, they would have paused the game
Yeah,
right
it
now.
must just be the...
It must just be us lagging.
Could I
Well,
reconnect maybe?
There we go. There's the second frame of the game. This is brought
No,
to
you can't reconnect
Oh,
to
come
this
on,
game.
lads.
You gotta
This is
Yeah.
not great.
Steam connection is lost.
this
I think
is-
it's actually
Radiant's
us.
top tower
Like the
has
studio is
fallen.
lagging.
Oh, yeah, we're back. We've got frames. We've got more than 1 frame per second, and the fight's kicking off. BKB's pop, left, right, center. There's going to be a rise there with a pro onto Arstal on the Undying, holding him back. Sheepstick onto Nico, Dendi, and Havors going straight in for Nico, and there we go. That's going to be Yajara going down a rise, caught in the Static Storm. He'll fall as well. There's a buyback from Nico Baby. Storman, and he's getting the attention from Soneko. Gets a multicast onto the Disruptor, but he'll go down as well as Gilibashi comes in with the Scythe. That's 2 heroes down permanently. Pure Evil trying to do his best. As the BKB will be able to walk this one off, but he's already lost himself the Ogre. They've lost themselves a rise. And
game
Na'Vi,
over.
they're going for the game. They're going straight for the tier 4s here. And the tier 4, well, the first one will fall, and here goes the second one. They don't even care about the cooldown or the homing missile. They're just going to go for the Ancient, and I think they might just get it as a buyback from a rise. Maybe they can give it one final huzzah. There's going to be a blink fall from Havors to the Raw onto Dendi, holding Dendi back. Nico getting caught here in the party ring. Those the Basher and Havors go to work. A Mystic Flare comes down, but these guys are too damn tanky. They don't even care. The Tombstone comes down. Havors will die. There'll be a triple buyback, but at the same time, basically unknown. There was a dieback on a rise. There was a dieback on Nico Baby. And now with the Stampede looking for Shashlo, they'll get him in the party ring. Here they go. Shashlo will go down as well as the Skyra. There's going to be a buyback from Skyra, the mate, but he's the only one left to fight here. Double kill from Havors. And that looks like it will be game, set, and match there to the side of Na'Vi as they take the first in this best of 2 series. And well, I mean, you said earlier a little bit of throwing going on. I mean, what happened in your mind? Why did it go so wrong for basically Unknown?
Okay, so in the engagement bottom, they roar Dendi, right?
Yeah.
Dendi's standing behind the tier 3, like behind Rax, just in the middle of nowhere. And then Nico sees the roar. He's like, I got Aegis, I got Satanic, I'm tanky enough to do this.
Yeah.
But he BKBs to commit to Dendi. So instead of coming back to life with BKB and being able to sit there and just auto-attack people, he comes alive with no magic immunity and just explodes. Like, he couldn't do anything after that. And that was the one fight where it's like, okay, well, they could probably still win, but that fight in itself was just really poorly executed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then they fought around Roshan, and Nico was on his own again. Like, he was standing high ground against like 3 or 4 members of Na'Vi. Havos was on the low ground fighting the other 4 members or 3 members of basically Unknown. And a Heart with a Aghanim's Centaur with Crimson Guard is going to live longer than you. Like,
Yes.
You're not going to outlive that hero.
At least, yeah.
So, yeah, it was kind of sloppy at the end. And late game, you can still throw an advantage, like even if your team on paper is better.
Yeah, high ground is always hard. Like, you can turn so fast.
Yeah.
The game can just turn around like that.
Yeah, I mean, for yourself, 8 Mother, you were saying about the Broodmother pick. At the end of the day, it didn't really feel like it did that much for you.
It did its job though.
Yeah,
to a
it did
degree.
some, but I feel like it didn't do enough for what it's supposed to be. Like, what is he, that creep? That's what I feel like. It's
I mean, you feel that just in that role, there would have been
Yeah.
a lot of other heroes that could have been
Like, I
much more
think-
impactful.
you could have just ended the game with Necros. I
Yeah.
feel like Necros and Gyro on the high ground with Aegis.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Necros would have been really good. They had one on the BM, I guess, but having another would have definitely been nice.
They really just wanted to kill them, I guess.
Apparently so, but it didn't work at the end of the day. Na'Vi there, taking the game very convincingly at the end as well, after a few little mess-ups there from the side of basically Unknown, who did have a ridiculous early game. I think it was like 26-8 in terms of kills.
Yeah,
and
they were owning
it was
the whole
ridiculous.
Game.
It was literally massive. It's such a big turnaround, especially for a new patch where people are like, oh, you know, once someone wins the early game, it's going to be very hard to come back. But Na'Vi proving that that's not necessarily the case every time, and that this patch still has its merits in terms of coming back and in terms of rubber banding. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Game 1 here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. We'll be back, of course, very shortly with Game 2. But first, for some commercials, we're going to send 8Mother back over to the other side now because he's going to give some analysis with our hosts, Shiva and Shane.